Welcome to Masai Mara, the pride of Africa.
A land where time stands still and nature tells its most powerful stories. Named after the Maasai people and the endless Mara Plains, this reserve has been a sanctuary of life since it was first protected in 1961. Here, Africa's greatest drama unfolds. Lions stalking the grasslands, elephants moving in herds, and the thunder of hooves as millions of wildebeest cross the Mara River during the Great Migration. Reaching the Mara is part of the adventure. From Nairobi, you can soar above the Rift Valley on a short 45-minute flight, landing directly on the savannah. Or take a 5 to 6 hour road journey through breathtaking landscapes, villages, and open plains until the wilderness greets you at the gates. However you arrive, the Masai Mara welcomes you with an experience that is truly the pride of Africa. This is a continent of breathtaking beauty and unparalleled biodiversity, a place where nature's grandest dramas unfold every single day. We are setting out across sun-drenched savannas and through dense, mysterious bushland in search of some of the most magnificent creatures on our planet. Our mission is to seek out a legendary group of animals, a collection so revered they are known simply as the Big Five. Our first encounter is with the largest of all land animals, a true icon of the African continent, the elephant. To stand in its presence is to feel a sense of profound humility. These are giants, not just in size, but in spirit. Their wrinkled gray hides are like living maps, each fold and scar telling a story of a long life lived under the African sun. The herd is the heart of elephant society, a complex and deeply emotional matriarchy. Led by the oldest and wisest female, the family unit is a fortress of support and shared knowledge. The bonds here are incredibly strong, visible in the way they greet one another with intertwined trunks and low rumbling calls that vibrate through the ground. Watching a mother with her calf is a truly moving experience. They mourn their dead, returning to the bones of fallen family members for years. And then there is the trunk, a marvel of biological engineering. The threat of poaching for their ivory tusks has pushed these magnificent beings to the brink, and our profound responsibility to safeguard the future of these gentle, intelligent giants. As the sun begins to set, casting long, dramatic shadows across the grasslands, a different energy fills the air. A deep, resonant roar echoes across the plains, a sound that is both terrifying and thrilling. It is the call of the lion, the undisputed king of the savannah. We find them now, a pride resting in the golden light. The true strength of the pride, however, lies with the lionesses. They communicate with subtle flicks of their ears, twitches of their tails, a silent language honed over countless generations of hunting together. Their strategy is one of patience, stealth, and explosive power. Then, in a sudden burst of speed, the chase is on. Success is never guaranteed, but when they are successful, it is this cooperative effort that ensures the survival of the entire pride. Back at the resting site, the cubs are the heart of the pride's future, a communal effort that strengthens the bonds that hold this complex society together. A kingdom ruled by strength, strategy, and family. Now, we must search for an animal that has mastered the art of invisibility, the most elusive and solitary of the Big Five, the leopard. We scan the dense branches of a sausage tree, looking for the telltale sign of a dangling tail or the subtle twitch of an ear. Their coat, a breathtaking mosaic of black rosettes against a golden background, is the ultimate camouflage. The leopard is a solitary hunter, a master of ambush. Pound for pound, the leopard is the strongest of the big cats. Its power shows when it hauls kills high into trees. A mother raises her cubs alone, teaching survival for up to 2 years. We catch a rare glimpse of a cub, its blue eyes wide with curiosity. To see a leopard is to be let in on a secret. They are ghosts of the bush, moving with silent, fluid grace. It is the perfect predator, a solitary phantom that embodies the mystery and untamed spirit of the African wilderness. We now turn our attention to an animal that seems to have walked straight out of a prehistoric age. With its thick, armor-plated skin and formidable horns, the rhinoceros is a living relic, a heavyweight of the plains. There are 2 species in Africa, the black rhino, the white rhino. Despite their names, both are gray. The distinction lies in their lips. This magnificent feature has tragically become the source of their greatest peril. The insatiable demand for rhino horn has fueled a poaching crisis that has decimated their populations. Every rhino we see today is a survivor. This encounter is therefore tinged with a profound sense of urgency and sadness. Despite their tank-like appearance, rhinos can be surprisingly agile, capable of charging at speeds of up to 30 miles per hour. Their eyesight is poor, but they compensate with an excellent sense of hearing and a highly developed sense of smell. Its survival, and the survival of its entire species, now rests entirely in our hands. A powerful call to action for all of us who cherish the wonders of the natural world. Our final member of the Big Five is an animal that commands respect and a little bit of fear. It is the Cape buffalo. A vast herd, hundreds, perhaps thousands, moves like a dark flowing river across the savanna. A mature bull's most striking feature is its boss, both shield and primary weapon, used in clashes for dominance and breeding rights. When threatened by predators, the herd forms a defensive wall, bulls outside, calves in the center. In the golden grasslands of the Masai Mara, speed wears spots. The cheetah, Africa's fastest predator, moves like a whisper through the savanna. Every muscle, every breath, tuned for the hunt. In a single heartbeat, it can explode to over 100 kilometers per hour, chasing down gazelles with breathtaking precision. But here, life isn't only about speed, it's about survival. The open plains leave little cover. Lions, hyenas, and even vultures wait to steal a hard-won meal. Yet the cheetah endures graceful, solitary, endlessly patient. Mothers raise their cubs alone, teaching them how to stalk, sprint, and vanish into the grass. As the sun sinks over the Mara, their silhouettes blur into the horizon, wild beauty balanced on the edge of extinction. The cheetah, spirit of the wind, ruler of the open plain. In the heart of Kenya, where endless plains meet the curve of the sky, lies the Masai Mara, a land alive with rhythm. The sun rises over golden grass, painting shadows that move with the wind. Here, every day begins as a story of life, death, and survival. Threading through this wilderness flows the Mara River, a lifeline for thousands of creatures. But this is no gentle stream. Beneath its muddy waters dwell the ancient rulers of this domain, Nile crocodiles and hippos. The Nile crocodile is a creature older than civilization itself. Silent, patient, armored in scales hardened by millions of years. It waits, hours, days, sometimes weeks, motionless beneath the current. When the Great Migration begins, the river transforms. Wildebeest and zebra surge across the water, and the crocodiles strike with lightning precision. In seconds, calm becomes chaos, a brutal reminder that in the Mara, survival is a race against time and teeth. Yet these waters hold more than danger. Sharing this river are Africa's heavyweights, the hippopotamuses. By day, they seem almost peaceful, wallowing shoulder to shoulder in the shallows. But looks deceive. A hippo can crush bone with a single bite. Territorial and temperamental, they guard their stretch of river fiercely. At dusk, they emerge from the water, their massive bodies glistening under the fading light. They move slowly across the plains to graze, the ground trembling beneath their weight, ancient giants returning to feast. Above the riverbanks, life thrives in a delicate balance. Lions stalk through reeds. Birds of prey circle overhead. Elephants march to drink. Every heartbeat here, from the smallest insect to the mightiest predator, is tied to the river's flow. The Masai Mara is more than a place. It's a living rhythm, wild, untamed, eternal. The crocodiles remind us of power, the hippos of strength, and the river itself of the fragile harmony that keeps all life connected. As the African sun sinks into the horizon, the Mara River keeps moving, carrying with it the ancient stories of the wild.